Hello, thank you for your interest in volunteering at Bournemouth Sevens in 2022. My name's Tom, I'm Director of Physio Fitness and we are the official physiotherapy and sports therapy providers for Bournemouth Sevens. This will be our third year of doing the festival. It's a great event, great for you guys to learn lots, to see lots, and we really enjoy doing it. So this year the festival takes place in June the 2nd to the 4th. At Chapelgate Sports Complex, which is in Bournemouth, and we need your help. We basically need 30 students or newly qualified physios, sports therapists, sports rehabilitators to come down and help us provide a therapy service. So the video today is just going to show you a little bit of information about what the festival is, what we're looking for, who we are as a clinic, and what the opportunities we have are. So hopefully you find it useful, and all the details will be here in how you can apply at the end.
So, as you can see, this is the Bournemouth Sevens clinic. It's a proper built marquee with proper flooring. We take air conditioning in there. It's normally pretty warm when the festival's on. We have about 20 beds within the clinic space and provide our clinic service. We're providing a service for all of the athletes that are there at Bournemouth Sevens. So that includes rugby, netball, dodgeball, CrossFit games, volleyball, hockey, and more added each year. So there's a lot of sports going on. There's a lot of athletes taking part, and so it's a great chance to see acute injuries as they happen. In the recent years, we've had ankle ligament ruptures, we've had ACL ruptures, we've had fractures. Now, while there is medics on site that deal with very acute injuries, we are obviously there from a therapy point of view if we can add any value. In the last couple of years, we have also provided some pitch side therapy, and if you have any qualifications in that, then there may be some opportunities for you to work pitch side. So just a little bit about us and about the clinic. So as I said, my name's Tom. I'm one of the directors, and the other picture there is Dave, my business partner and the managing director of Physio Fitness. So we've been involved with Bournemouth Sevens for the last 3 festivals, and it's been a great experience for us as well as all the students that go there too. Our background, as you can see, is both in sport, and I still currently work a little bit on frontline sport. So we have a lot of experience in various sports, from football to hockey, badminton, all at elite levels. So that's where our experience comes from. And me and Dave will be the 2 lead physios there on the day. I'll be there throughout the festival, and Dave will be popping in and out. We will always be there to supervise you, and we'll be there to answer any questions you have, and hopefully teach you guys a few things. And if there's anything more complicated, we'll go through those things with you. This is the rest of the team we currently have at the clinic, and you may see some of them across the weekend. We've got Robin there, who is a physio, but then we have 2 sports therapists in Jess and Beth, and we have a sports therapist and a rehabilitation therapist in Lucy. Now, all of the team here are great, and actually I think one thing I really wanted to show you guys is that there is opportunities for employment. So Beth, in our first ever time we did Bournemouth Sevens, was someone that came along and volunteered and impressed us. And then last year, Lucy, we had never met before the festival. She has signed up very much like you guys by seeing the advert, and she impressed us so much in her skills and her persona with patients that she wasn't even qualified at that point. She was a 3rd-year student, and we, upon her graduation, offered her a role with us full-time. And Lucy's been working with us now since January and is pretty much fully busy with a full list of clients in the clinic. So yeah, hopefully that shows you that it's not just a volunteering opportunity. There is possible employment opportunities for anyone that does impress us. Our clinic itself is a sports injuries clinic. That's a picture of our main clinic building. We now have 3 buildings on site, and conveniently we're located, very, very close to Chapelgate. We're just less than a mile round the corner, which is useful. But our clinic has a main treatment room, a treatment facility that has 4 treatment rooms, and then we have a rehabilitation studio, and most recently a Pilates studio. We're a varied client base, but from all ages, but particularly in sports injuries. That doesn't mean everyone that comes to see us is an elite sportsman, but nearly everyone that does come and see us is interested in sport, whether that be playing with their grandkids, doing the odd jog, or competing at international level across the world. We have various pieces of specialist equipment in the clinic: shockwave therapy, high intensity laser therapy, magnetic resonance therapy. So we do invest in the latest technology. Again, that comes from our background in sport, having used these things in elite settings, and knowing what will fit well into the private sector. But our mantra has always been to provide anybody the same level of care that a professional athlete would receive. Just because the person you're treating is not competing at elite level doesn't mean they shouldn't have access to the same care should they wish or need it. So there's some pictures of the clinic. Top left there is one of the treatment rooms that's located upstairs at the clinic, and the picture at the bottom there, that's the Alter G, an anti-gravity treadmill, something else we have at the clinic to help rehabilitate clients back to fitness. That's one of our small lifting areas within our rehabilitation studio, more used for elite athletes and strength and conditioning. And the top right there is our recently kitted out Pilates studio. The pictures there, that's the rest of the rehabilitation studio at the top. So that's our other areas, as well as our Alter G. There's our rehabilitation equipment in weights and cables and balance boards. And then again, that's the Pilates studio in the bottom without any of the mats within it. So what we're going to show you now is just a quick video showing Bournemouth Sevens Festival over the last couple of years we've done it. There's some clips there from the first year we did it in 2019, a few clips from the last year, 2021, just to give you a flavour of what goes on at the festival.
I wish we could do it all again. I wish I didn't have myself to blame. It's you I miss, yeah. Cause when I look back at us, I know we almost had it all, but the time wasn't right. I should've loved you more, but there's no going back. Still I need you to know that I'm not who I was before, no. I think of you every day, every night. You said you needed space and you needed time, and I want you to know what I did wasn't right. Wish I could change your mind. I wish I didn't say goodbye so fast. I wish I could take the moment back. I wish I cherished everything we had, but it's you I miss. Cause when I look back at us, I know we almost had it all, but the time wasn't right. I should've loved you more, but there's no going back. Still I need you to know that I'm not who I was before, no. I think of you every day, every night. You said you needed space and you needed time, and I want you to know what I did wasn't right. Wish I could change your mind. I wish wish I could change your mind. I wish. It's not much I'm asking, baby. Not much. What I gotta do for you to believe me? If a second chance sounds crazy, then I don't know how I'm gonna be.
So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what Bournemouth Sevens is like if you haven't seen or been to the event before. But as I said, we're basically looking for 30 students or newly qualified therapists. And we don't expect you to have all the experience in the world. We don't expect you to have been with professional teams. That is obviously an advantage if you've been able to gain any of that experience, but we're looking for people that have a hunger and desire to want to push themselves, want to be a better therapist, and want to get involved in sport. We're looking for second or third year students, and that is important because we will be asking you to take the lead on treatment. So you would have to be confident in treating. So you will always be working with at least one other therapist, another student or a qualified therapist, but you must be confident taking the lead. So we do ask it's only second or third year students or newly qualified to get involved. And you could be a sports therapist, you could be a physiotherapist, you could be sports and exercise, sports rehabilitation, or indeed sports massage. Obviously you won't be able to get involved in some of the injury assessment, but there is a fair portion of sports massage over the festival. So yeah, your role will be, as we said there, providing sports massage, and if your qualification allows, if your degree allows, you'll be also providing injury assessments and treatment options based on what you see presented to you. So you will always be supervised by a member of the team, but we do put a big expectation on expecting you to be independent. You know, we want you to be doing the assessments, you to be doing the injury treatment, and ask a more senior member of the team if you're unsure, but we really want you guys to be taking the lead on treatment. At times we may ask you to assist with some administration duties and helping us with running the clinic day to day at the festival. We want everyone obviously to be, you're going to be representing our business, Physio Fitness, while you're on site, so everyone must look presentable. We will provide you with a event t-shirt for the whole weekend, so you don't have to worry about that, but we do want to make sure that you turn up on time and that you look as part of the team and how we would want our business to be portrayed. As I mentioned, there are opportunities there for future experienced employment, you know, more work experience at the clinic, further events, and you know, if someone does really impress us, there are opportunities, as you can see with Beth and Lucy, to be employed. Potentially the hours you do at the festival can count towards your placement. I know some universities, we have been able to arrange that, and if that's the case, I'm more than happy to sign off those hours. So that's something individually you'd have to speak to your university about, but that is a possibility. As you saw from one of the pictures there, we have 20 clinic beds within the clinic. Now we have a fair number, but anybody that has their own bed, it will be a huge advantage if you can bring that along with you. And if you're successful on the application process, we'll ask more details about this. And let's say in the last festival, we did also provide some pitchside care as well. So if anyone does have a pitchside qualification, then do include that in your application, and there may be some opportunities for you to get involved with pitchside therapy. So Bournemouth Sevens, as we've already mentioned, is the UK's largest sports festival. It's attended by lots of people. There's lots of sports going on. We are the only physiotherapy sports therapists on site providing therapy, so we won't see any other clinic there. Now what we can offer you for the festival, now we could obviously want to be getting great experience, possibly placement hours. Camping, you can camp for the whole weekend, so that's from this year, Thursday the 2nd of June through to Saturday the 4th. You will have to provide your own tent, but free camping pitch will be provided. You obviously get your festival wristband for the whole week. I just see some clinic hours in a minute, but obviously around that you'll still be able to enter the festival site and enjoy other sport and music in the evening. We can offer free parking, so if you're driving to the festival, you'll be able to park for free over the weekend. And then your meals, lunch and dinner, I think this year will both be hot meals provided by the festival, will be there for both days, both the 3rd and the 4th. And the food is pretty good. There's also vegan and vegetarian options as well. So the feedback from previous students has been the food has been good. So that's an added benefit. Here's a video just coming up about the students that have been with us in the past and how they found the experience, what they liked from it, what they learned, and just a bit of a student's perspective on what volunteering at the festival is like.
If there was an interesting injury that came in, you know, we'd all, like a couple of us would gather around and we'd be able to see things that we've not seen before, and just gained loads of confidence in just patient handling, really, because we saw so many patients. It was 20-minute sessions, so throughout the day, if you worked the whole day, you could potentially see so many patients. So it's really good as well, getting that hands-on skills
and the variety of sports as well with the different athletes coming in, they all had like different preferences and different demands for their sport.
Yeah.
It was quite nice to like apply like the processes that you've learned. So there was MCL and knee injuries, and it was nice to go through like the steps of like diagnosis and like about the stress test, and actually like communicating to the patient of what you're doing instead of just doing it on your friend in a classroom who knows what you're about to do, and actually seeing the response and the difference in like the injured side and the good side. Personally, like piriformis work that I wasn't too confident on, and then Dave and Tom went over it quite a lot at the start before we started treating, and I think my confidence with that definitely grew. And there were some nice tools as well, the new
Hypervolt massage tool.
Yeah.
That was really good to use, and got some good feedback on that.
Really like that.
And also with loads of new taping techniques that I learned. So we got to, have a bit of a social
break
time in the evening, enjoy some of the event, the music, and even watch some of the sports. So it was really good actually to, it didn't feel like you were working in the day, because the whole event was just a really good place to be.
And everyone like who came in, they were all like, they brought the atmosphere in with them as well. They were all very happy, even though they were in a little bit of pain.
I recommend this to future students wanting to do this. Great opportunity to learn loads, see loads of new injuries. The best advice really to give is just to be...
Daily plans. So for this year, on Thursday the 2nd in the afternoon, will be set up of the clinic, and we will go through some teaching. Again, if you're successful, and you'll have the opportunity to ask if there's anything you want to learn about prior to the festival, whether it be taping techniques, mobilization techniques, certain exercises or activation work you want to give people. So we give you the opportunity to say anything you might want to learn a bit more about, and we will go through some of that on the Thursday afternoon, evening. Hopefully we should be done by sort of 5ish in the afternoon. Last time we did the festival, we met about 2. The festival site opens from earlier, so you can come and set your tent up and all of that, and then teaching from about 2 till 5 o'clock in the clinic. And then the clinic hours on Saturday, it's from 8 in the morning to about 8 p.m. in the evening. And on Sunday, it's from 8 p.m. in the morning to about 6 p.m. in the evening. Now, we'll need you in the clinic for the whole of that time. There will be opportunities for you to go and get lunch, go out, go and watch some of the sport. And so there will be various breaks based on sort of rota systems. So you will get breaks in that time. And we'll sort out more of a rota if you are successful and come and work with us. As you said, there's further opportunities there with us, both at the clinic and ongoing. So those are available for people that really do shine and that we're impressed with. So the application process. So this year, what I'd like you to do is send us a short CV. So I'm talking a couple of pages, detailing any relevant experience you may have that may stand to an advantage, but it's not necessary. As I said, we were not expecting at your stage of learning for you to have spent 20 games pitch side with a professional team. We just want to see people that have desire and want to work and want to learn. So just a short CV detailing any experience you do have. Now, for the application, I would like you to answer 2 questions this year, okay? Each one to be no more than 250 word answers, so nice and short, succinct. The first question is, what I'd like you to do is name and explain one attribute you have that helps make you a great therapist. So I'd like you to think about something about your personality or about your way of treating that makes you different, or makes you, once you are qualified or if you're just starting out on your journey, what makes you different. An example of this, at that stage, I may have said something like a desire to learn. I may not have known everything in the world, but I was willing to jump in, I was willing to try stuff, I was willing to put myself out there, and even though I might not have known everything, I was willing to give everything a go. And I think that's an attribute that stands people in good stead. So there's one example. The second question I would like you to answer then is to name a challenge you think to being an event therapist and what you will do to help overcome this. So working at an event is different to working in a clinic or a hospital environment. And what challenge do you foresee with that, and what will you do to overcome this? For me, when I'm on site and running things, there's so much going on at the same time. It's helping supervise you guys, is working out anything that's going wrong, is keeping on top of all the clinic. So for me, time management is really, really important, and strategies or ways I can try and get around that are really important. So that would be a challenge for me. But yeah, there's another example then, and I'd like you to think about what examples you could give. So they're the two questions I'd like you to answer. Closing date for entries or for applications is Sunday the 10th of April. So you've got a little while, but we've only got 30 places, so the quicker you get in your applications, the quicker we see your application and can read it, the more likely you are to get a place with us. So we send your applications to b7s@physiofitnessdorset.co.uk. So all lowercase, b7s@physiofitnessdorset.co.uk. Now you must be available for all 3 days. So we need you there for the whole of the festival, for the teaching and both clinic days. So unfortunately, if you can't make one of the days, unfortunately at this stage, you can't apply. We need people to be there for the whole festival. But we hope you appreciate the opportunity, and we look forward to receiving your applications and hopefully having you as part of the team for Bournemouth Sevens in 2022.
So hopefully the presentation there and the videos helped you get excited for Bournemouth Sevens in 2022 and enthused to want to help us and volunteer. So as I said, application shut on Sunday the 10th of April, so please get in before there, answering those 2 questions and sending a short CV. Any other questions you have about the festival, please do send those over to b7s@physiofitnessdorset.co.uk, all lowercase, and we'll try and answer those as best we can. If you're successful, we will let you know within a couple of weeks of the deadline, and we'll talk about the next steps, gathering some more information from you and start putting together rotors and information about the weekend, and we'll set up a therapist WhatsApp group and things like that. So yeah, good luck with your application. Any questions, send them over, and hopefully look forward to seeing you work with us at Bournemouth Sevens in 2022.